It's grand finals time and we get something brand new. One and all, welcome back to the channel for KPMM number 15. I forgot to update that. My bad. We had time. I was just too busy chattering live on stream. Twitch.tv/KillerPigeon. But no, we've got Vortex versus Beastie. We might have the most epic grand finals of KPMM, the closest one as well, because these two have been scrim partners for the opening months of 2025. And the new thing we're getting on this new map, Anatolian Hills, is a Mongol pick for the first time ever on this map. We've yet to see this Civ in action. Curious to see how Vortex wants to approach it. Apparently, with full-on aggression, we've actually got a Rax coming. Okay, that is interesting. A little bit tricky to go Rax here because you can't easily get past the TC due to the dot placement. It can hit you. But I guess Vortex just, I mean, it makes sense, right? He sees the value in coming here with spears and burning this down. You remove the dock, you remove the potential for your opponent to go out, get the goodies, and come back home. If you can block him at the dock, he can't then move out and leverage all the sheep his scout is now going to gather. There is a risk to what Vortex is doing, though. And it means he's also not moving out to gather more sheep. He hasn't built a dock at all. He's locked on this. Nowadays, I think most viewers are French. Sort of. Like, yes, if you equate the fact that, like, some big French streamers are playing. Something that's quite interesting is like, being an English streamer, I thought about this, it's very intriguing. Being an English streamer, you technically have a wider net to throw out. This is true. But there is actually a negative side to it as well that I thought about. And it's the loyalty, the amount that people are anchored to a channel, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot more English channels, viewers on average have a lot more creators they probably bounce between. Whereas, like, you know, if you think Germany, if you want to watch a German stream, guys, where do you go? If you want to watch a Spanish stream, where do you go? If you want to watch a French stream, where do you go? Like, you know, you're going to list 1 or 2 channels maximum. The English, in AoE 4 alone, you're going to list 4 or 5 channels. I think the English accent can carry me a long way. Yeah, I mean, which is hilarious because I find my accent cringe. So Spearmen are going to look to burn down the dock. We have got the School of Cavalry on the way. Beastie, does he consider just going straight into archers? The tricky part is he kind of needs to get off and onto the mainland. The good news of that play, by the way, is that Vortex doesn't have a dock. And Beastie sees that. He knows there's no sneak across. So if he goes for a dock play, by just building a transpo, he can hop across. Unless... Oh, dude, who outpost rushes when you can dock rush? Okay, this is so cool. It's such a unique new approach. We haven't seen anyone try this so far. And the best part is, guys, like, Vortex is doing this on his classic OG Civ. Like, this guy used to be considered the Mongol main. He always would say it was his best Civ. Let's see if he can put his best foot forward in this one. School of Cavalry, halfway done. And I imagine the follow-up now is going to be a rush tech up into an archer ship to kick this off. I mean, this is crazy, right? Like, now, without a dock, Beastie, he won't be able to get the food home. Here's the thing. Like, in his base, I think he's got 3 sheep. Over here, he's got 32. He's pretty much gathering all the sheep for Vortex to potentially just yoink them away from him. And also remember, Vortex could realistically just start adding in pastures here. Doesn't move out into the berries. Interesting. He could actually move the Gur to make that optimal. And there we go. It's going to move across. This is another detail the Mongols have that others wouldn't. They'd have to waste 50 wood on this. Oh, this is so cool. Dot goes down. Remember, he also gets paid bounty for that. And now it's going to be just split up, guard, make sure your opponent can't sneak out. Oh my... No! He made it across. I wondered when he was going to bring the transport ship back, because remember he had it up here waiting to see if there was going to be a dock play. I thought maybe he'd try to build like a second one just to be safe and then keep vision to see when his opponent's coming out, but I guess the moment the dock goes down, it makes sense for him to come across. He's going to try for the torch. He builds the transport as well. He's going to have to go hunting for the villagers, isn't he? Vortex. Oh, no, the body block. Okay, he does get it in the end. See, the problem here right now for Vortex is the timing feels a little bit off, right? I wonder if he actually needed 5 spears or if he could have stopped at 3. And to make matters worse, Beastie gets the outpost up. Okay, this was cool and all, but I'll see you in game number 2. Okay, seriously though, this is pretty rough right now. Vortex's whole play, conceptually, is really cool, but it's the transport ship, man. My brain switched off for a second like he didn't have one because it was all the way up here, right? Like, I was like, bro, maybe do. But it's a 600 HP, okay, 400 HP rather, unit. It doesn't die easily. By the way, did you guys ever notice that Mongol transport ships have 200 health more? Huh? Did you guys know that? 400 HP, 600. And the Mongol transport ship is quicker. Work that one out. Now, this is a tricky thing overall. It's just transport ships, to get back to the point, they are insanely tanky. They take so long to kill, even for boats. That's where this kind of went wrong. We do have archer ships showing up now for Vortex. Wait, no, he had him! He had him! Oh, no! He didn't think it was going to work. He actually had him pinned there against the coast. I can't believe it. So Beastie gets more than enough villagers out onto the food. I cannot believe that. That was ridiculous. It doesn't look like you should be able to pin, but his boat couldn't move. You can see it panic wiggling. And we do at least have the gold that can still be starved. So Vortex, rough situation, but when life gives you lemons, remember what we do, guys. We cut the lemon open and we squeeze it at the other person's face, burning their eyes while yelling profanities at them. That's the way of the Mongols. So we'll be able to starve the gold. Beastie not ready to directly contest this yet. In fairness, though, if you can just get more villagers out, he doesn't need to. Is there a way Vortex can snipe the mainland landmarks? Yeah, just build 15 rams. I mean, in seriousness, though, it's going to require time. And my worry here is he needs to be present on the mainland soon. Food isn't looking great. Okay, so he does actually go pastures. I guess Vortex sees this as a death sentence now. It's too late. Knights are already in position. So he has solved for the food issue I was a little bit concerned about. This is the all-in. And you can see the logic, right? His opponent has got both the landmarks here. Augmented transport. So transport ships have 50% more health and 15% more movement speed. Yeah, it's kind of a weird, unique perk for Mongols, right? Not one that gets listed high on the perk list. So villager is still here. I wonder, I don't know if you need more outposts. You could come around the other side, but there's already a horseman patrolling. For Beastie, he needs to get back across somehow. And you're seeing what Vortex is doing. He's trying to patrol everywhere. He's trying to guarantee that there's no sneak-in. I wonder if a third archer ship is worth it here, actually. So can BC directly contest this, or does he look for maybe some sort of tech play? Because if your opponent's all in the starting island and you can get, you know, your third landmark on the mainland, you're safe. If you want second TC, though, that's going to be completely denied. Second outpost is going to be coming up. All right, I'm curious. I never looked originally. How do you guys predict? 68% for Beastie. All right, be honest. If you could go back and refund that, like, who would have sided with Vortex now? His, like, concept isn't terrible here, folks. Beastie does lack military on this island. He doesn't have a dock. Doesn't have an easy way of getting a dock. You can see that by this outpost going up. You pretty much see any dock play. There is a small gap here. But hard for Beastie to know for sure. Tower on the Gold should have covered the wood. He could have. I think his concern is if he goes that deep, the villager pull comes in and you lose the tower. Whereas this is a bit more controlled. So the logic here is if you build the outpost here instead of here, your opponent can attack you from both sides. But if you build the outpost here, your spinner can block this side, and thus the tower is safe. Speaking of towers, we do have one up in time from Beastie. as the archers are showing up on this side. And yes, Vortex has more economy because Beastie would have converted, but also lost an extra villager. Remember, Jeanne, when you make her level 2, you lose a worker. Hold up. We actually have a dock up. What? The archer ship went wide on the rotation, it seems. He actually gets it up in time, and he gets the warcog out. Uh-oh. Vortex, was the plan here fast castle? If so, it may be about to fail him here. Incendiary ship is going to be able to float through. Wait. Yeah, okay. I didn't mind that he tried that. It wasn't going to be enough damage to kill the warcog. So he redirected it to try and kill some troops instead. But we have a problem, folks. Beastie is in. Vortex getting caught building into the ram. Horsemen are now on the way. Won't be able to contest it directly, but he has the key information. On top of that, now has the ability to Normandy all the way back home. Oy, oy, oy. I feel like the Vortex has the naval arrows that's coming in. Cost-efficient way of defending yourself here, but the problem is it's not going to help stop the naval invasion. Transpo ship is here. Troopers are moving across. And this is about to be Vortex's worst nightmare. Jeanne is going to be able to free farm in these fights. And another dock coming in. That one did at least get denied in time. The contest begins. Jeanne isn't being target fired at all. Remember, Vortex. Usually the answer to Jeanne is Keshiks. She hates Keshiks because they're heavy cav that can snipe her down. He doesn't have any. On top of that, Beastie with the horsemen. There's not many spearmen here from Vortex. I believe he still has the group, yep, on the outpost. They are getting up lose the Khan. That's going to be an easy 12 XP given over. You heard that correctly. Oh, archer ships are going to be safe. So while Vortex hasn't been removed from this area yet, he isn't really expelling Beastie's offensive. Right, he's not preventing him from getting back, and we have to be real about the game here. Beastie has still got 30 sheep to work with. Vortex has to keep adding in more pastures as the game goes on. Not just that, being military neck and neck here doesn't feel like you're ahead. Not with that Jeanne threat looming. Just means she's farming up XP. Hasn't this got the Yam? In theory, actually, because he has Deerstone, what Vortex could do here is get a Khan Hunter. Then you can kind of skirt the range. You trade a bit better there. But doesn't seem to have added one in. Instead, Vortex just still trying to win on water. BC also has access to all the deer. Yeah, and the boar. Like, and the berries. I mean, Vortex has permanent food now because of pastures, sure. But the problem is Beastie isn't going to run out anytime soon unless Vortex can sneak troops across. We do at least have that Khan Hunter we mentioned coming in, so that is going to give him the extra 0.5 tile range over Jeanne's archers. And Vortex. Korotai could be intriguing here, actually. He hasn't been using that much gold. Korotai would give him that buffer of damage, plus the extra range from the Khan Hunter buff. And we are talking about a linear excursion now, right? You just have to move in one direction to kill everything. I quite like this idea from Vortex. Because playing along feudal over time is just going to benefit Jeanne. She will gradually make her way to level 3, and then it just feels like game over. Meantime, boats are going to be able to trade out here. Notice that we have got the consecration to cheapen the cost of the warcogs. Yeah, I always find this one a little bit weird with the warcogs because they're already cheaper. So you don't feel like you save as much on the consecration. But if you want to keep using the dock infinitely, it makes a lot of sense. Great play by Vortex. He's starting to actually deny Beastie's ability to get more troops across. Demo is going to be coming out soon. Does posture to try and deal with it. No reaction there, though, so still will lose the boat. And there it is, folks. Korotai now on the way. We've got double aura and an all-in potential for Vortex. I'm starting to like Vortex's position. In this type of Boss, what you're looking for is an opportunity to dive and punish your opponent. Look at the military count. That doesn't exist here. Vortex has enough archers to hold. Beastie does not have enough horsemen to dive. Vortex has chosen his timing rather well, actually. All while building quite a lot of pastures, it has to be said. 150 wood each, and he built 6 of these things. Remember, he also didn't build them near the Uvu, which means they were less efficient. This is crazy. BC has just slowly been getting cut down, right? We're talking about 7 extra worker kills so far for Vortex. An 8 eco lead. Where does Beastie go from here? This is the thing that's just obnoxious about Kurotai. Like, on a map like this, you can't fight into it, but you need to do some damage. Instead, it looks like he's going to try to sneak more workers across. But that has been seen. Vortex will look to intercept the demo ship. Timing could be critical here. In fact, no. Okay, he goes back for the Hulk instead. Yeah, that could have made it uncomfortable. Sometimes the garrison is a little bit delayed coming out. The demo might have been able to trigger. So dodge to death, gets the villagers across. But now the archers are hunting. Wait, what? He's actually going to chase away from the main base here. That's crazy. And look why. This is why. Because Beastie... No, this is wild! Beastie's losing the transport ship, and he put his whole army in his base. Which means there's barely anything here to protect him. What a crazy read. Vortex needs to be quick about this, though, before there can be a reactionary play. We have got Raxus being set up behind the base. He's got men-at-arms backstabbing in. This is crazy. Beastie is going to try to get across with the transport ship that's already low HP. Even if he did, though, the men-at-arms would then kill him at home. And it isn't going to work. Transpo is going to go down. This is ridiculous. What a game out of Vortex. Such a crazy creative way. I don't believe he played Mongols on this map so far, so this is something theory crafted and revealed. Really sucks you can't transport a Kurotai. Could you imagine just like the transpo ship gets sunk? It was a 5,000 HP structure. Let's be honest. Secretly, you'd just be tilted. Archers aren't going to be able to dive through here. Wait, but where do you go? There is nowhere to go. Vortex has to know it as well. Yeah, he's hunting. The lead is about to build even more. Bang. These guys are already delivering in game number 1. The vet archers. There's only 7 feudal archers here to contest, but there we go. He gets the transpo in. Sneaks it out. Looks like Vortex had a gap in his vision or his plan. The walls aren't going to go up, but that means archers can just scalp several more here. Tries to run away, but look at the eco difference. A 17 worker lead. Beastie will at least clear up this wave. He has got level 3 on Jeanne, but he has got huge problems in this game. The men-at-arms are in. Oh my god. It feels like Vortex is just one step ahead on what he's looking to do. Beastie has to react to the previous play with the whole army because it's feudal. This is the difference with this game, guys. Normally, a Jeanne player would have knights. So you can diversify a little bit, you know, go fight Vortex on both fronts. Look at what his army actually is in this game. You wouldn't think he has French knights. Horsemen, spearmen, archers. He has to overreact to any assault Vortex attempts. Rams, we're going to clear up base. Remember, this is also the food supply for Beastie. Has at least got the deer over here. But close to the coast is a problem. Sprung ship. Whoa, boy. Whoa. We'll get dunked. Yeah, I've got more men-at-arms on standby. Rams being built as well. Vortex knows that Beastie has to guard here now. Because it's only 2 landmarks. And we are at the point in the game where like a Kurotai shuffle in with 5 Rams. GG. I still got Divine Arrows, so should be able to finish off these light junks. Just needs to get a little bit lower. And the Kurotai is now moving in. We have got plenty of wood being gathered as well. What a crazy game. Men-at-arms are not dying anywhere near quick enough either. I'm just struggling to see how BC gets out the age. He's got way too much gold now. Not enough food. 2,000 gold. At this stage, do you just buy the age up? Looks like instead he's going to start adding in knights. Makes sense, his opponent did go men-at-arms. Unfortunately for him, it took so long to get into knights. The Vortex is now going to be going towards crossbows. And no, you cannot ship the sheeps. The only way you can get sheeps across in transport ships is if you use pro scouts. So there you go, guys. Build 16 scouts. Pick up the sheep. Good to go. Beastie. I mean, he could actually get wood out here. Yeah, because he's lacking housing. It's interesting. He's got gold. He's got food, but... Oh my god, no, he hasn't even got enough wood for a lumber camp. He's playing Jeanne, not French, guys. It costs 50 wood. He legit cannot even afford the lumber camp to get back in this game, and the villagers are now getting massacred. This has to be it. He doesn't even know. He's too busy fighting a losing fight in his own base. This might be the most brutal way to lose in the game in the end. 12 wood short. If that guild hall completes, it's immediately being toggled onto wood. Let's go try to rush the landmark to stay alive, but folks, this ain't it. He doesn't have a marketplace either. Legitimately, the only way you can now get the wood is by completing the guild hall and switching it onto wood. I'm not even joking. Oh my god. Good news, at least he doesn't need houses now after losing that army. Bad news is pretty much everything else. Town center down. School cavalry next on the hit list. The guild hall is going to complete. And here we go. Is he going to toggle it? Is he going to toggle? Oh, wait. No, I'm an idiot. He's got a lumber camp here. Wait, how? Wait. So, the burning might of Vortex came through this area. It destroyed the house, the outpost, the racks, the archery range, a house. It left the drop-off buildings. Okay, that's kind of funny. Oh my god. Alright, so Beastie looks for the long road to recovery. However, this keep needs to go up now. How did I not notice that? Oh god. I can't wait for no caffeine week to finish. Me diving villages on the food. Cut down. Are you kidding me? It's 24 to 67 economy, man. So, like, yesterday, Beastie had a game against Numenor where apparently it's like, it wouldn't be worth how long this game would take to win. What about this one? Rams have cleaned up the whole base. He's about to get pop locked again. Remember also, Beastie doesn't have a TC. He's stuck at 24 villages. And here come the Rams. Should be the decisive blow. Remember, Vortex cannot get the Kurotai over here. But he's so far ahead on economy, he can just blob 7 or 8 Rams and end this. He could even just send it onto the guild hall. Because Beastie doesn't really have much to burn down Rams, right? He's got the villagers, and then 5 melee units plus Jeanne. Speaking of Jeanne, she's actually attacking. We've got to find a few worker kills. Doesn't quite compare. What's the no coffee in week? Caffeine, mate. It's me not having caffeine for once. But apparently this was enough of an electric jolt to wake Beastie up. He's gonna have to be awake for the rest of this series because this was possibly the most crazy Anatolian Hill game we have seen so far.